Kavini. Idi mio, mio, mio. C'est Jean l'agent Kavini. Idi mio, mio, mio. C'est Jean l'agent Kavini. C'est des noms la major passer la loi. Pour yo ek yo monte en bois. Tout a soudine en parti ouais. Cheval sauté en homme à terre. Il dit mio, mio, mio. C'est Jean l'agent Kavini. Il dit mio, mio, mio. C'est Jean l'agent Kavini. Il dit mio, mio, mio. C'est Jean l'agent Kavini. C'est des noms la major passer la loi. Pour yo ek yo monte en bois. Tout a soudine en balti ouais. Cheval sauté en homme à terre. Il dit mio, mio, mio. C'est Jean l'agent Kavini. Il dit mio, mio, mio. C'est Jean l'agent Kavini. Il dit mio, mio, mio. C'est Jean l'agent Kavini. C'est Jean l'agent Kavini. C'est Jean l'agent Kavini. Il dit mio, mio, mio. Il dit mio, mio, mio. Mio, mio, mio. Mio, mio, mio.
Boss?
I asked to see you.
Thanks, boss.
That was my last request.
All we got to do now is wait and pray.
Wait, yes, but pray. Pray for what?
You don't want to pray, boss?
Should I?
I'm feeling sorry for you, boss. Prayer is the only thing that can help us now.
Pity. That's a bad sign. It breeds remorse. When hope flies, hang on to the thinnest rope, don't give up. Am I not right, Kesnoh? You have been hearing me say this from the first day you came to work for me in the yard. Listen. Listen well. He has been our clock for the past 5 months. Precisely on time, no prompting. Soon, Kesnoh, they'll be ready for us.
Time for me is any time. I make up my mind already to take it how it comes, fast or slow. The water say it have no pain. Now you hear, next thing, you gone.
They will come on the last stroke of 6. They are always precise in such matters. Everything must be done to the letter. Poor ignorant fool. Doesn't even realize we are at our own funeral already.
You can curse me if you want, boss. I never understand your language. Not that I want to. Anyway, in Creole school, I make my education.
It's no small wonder you could not understand the simplest of instructions in the King's English. I ask you to keep your mouth shut. That is all I ask. And you couldn't do it.
I say what I see. And I will say it again when I see God.
Give me a break. You and that God of yours always talking to one another on the wrong end of the telephone. Or you're talking the wrong language to him. Better still, one of the two of you must be deaf.
You've got to remove the devil from your soul, Mr. Black Mallet. You still have time.
They're coming to hang us. Both of us. Are you telling me we still have time? Time for what?
To save the onlyest thing God leave for you.
You and these beliefs. Why did I let myself get trapped in this?
For the money?
I am above this mess. This is what happens when you lower your class to sleep with your lackey and his life.
You do it for the money. You do nothing for nothing. Money is your wife. Your queen. Now, don't go blaming me for things I know nothing about.
We will hang together this morning. Remember what the water said to you yesterday? Don't pretend you're ignoramus. We hang at 6. But I go first. It is my duty to show you how a man dies. I may be black like you in complexion, but royal blood flows through these veins. I have class. So much so they agreed to not leave me dangling in your stench, or leave me lying next to your trough and filth. Do you realize what you've done to me, Kesnoh? Do you think I deserve this?
Monkey bite bongo, and things was fine. One day he swallowed.
Stop your ignorant ramblings! This isn't one of your wet swine nonsense goes. This is my neck craning for the rope.
30 shillings you give me. 30 brand new shillings. The chief of police asked me where I get it. I didn't tell a lie. I tell him, if you give me the 30 shillings, not you that give it to me, boss.
30 shillings. The price of yet another great betrayal. You're always speaking to God. Of course you know about Judas Iscariot. You know what he did?
What I got to know?
Never mind. It will take us well past 6 for you to grasp.
All I know is you pay me for the work I do. I never make price. You say you paying 30 shillings. You pay me 30 shillings. It have more than the 2 shillings and 6 pence they paying to cut cane in the valley for the whole week.
You must be a top. Always turning in circles when I talk, you and your people. What you did, Kesnoh, is what hangs us now. You spoke to everybody, police, judge, jury, and even to your God. That's the problem I face. You let your mouth run like a sick nigger man's backside and never know when to stop.
I speak the truth. When you speak the truth before you die, you will see God's face. I say what I do, and I do what you say.
What about me? What did I say, my dear boy?
Obey, Kesnoh. You must always obey. You say, when you give orders, little cockroach like me got no say. I just got to do, or else I die. Then die. You tell me to trim the boati bomb on your land at Vamabuya, and you will pay me for the job.
Not shut up! Heirs are listening. Careless talk costs lives.
You asking me question, and when I answer, you telling me shut up.
I am of a secret order. I will die in silence, sealing my lips with a leaf from an olive branch.
Where you get that leaf from? It's not from the yard.
None of your business. What are brothers for?
Brothers, like in lodge. I don't have brains to tell lies like you, boss. Before I open my mouth, the wrong thing does just jump on
Yes,
us.
and I get arrested because nothing stays sacred on your chest. The logic of association cannot be much clearer. Harbor the criminal, and you become the crime.
I'm not you, boss. I will never be you. My backside always naked in front of all.
Yes, but that don't mean you let your mouth run like your sick backside in mango season, and I get to pay the price.
You can pay if you want to stop the rope around your neck. All I can do for myself is pray.
You leaving me alone to burn in hell?
You self say, ain't got no heaven, ain't got no hell. You think Kesnoh does forget these things? Even if you say I stupid.
Absolutely correct. And that is why I would never understand how I got here. Why did I choose to follow the gun? Who carried the gun? Who carried the gun, Kesnoh? Without a gun, there would be no crime, that's clear.
It will not change what had to happen. What hide in the dark must come out in the light. The police chief made me see that plane the morning he came to talk to you in the yard about the gun.
I tried to protect you.
Oh, yes. Thanks, boss.
He asked to see my list of laborers. I changed your name to James Joseph to hide you from your previous convictions. But that damn idiot Corporal York, the recent promotion to sergeant gone to his head. He had to show the colonial master he was worthy of the appointment. He began to dig.
For the gun, boss?
There you go again. What gun, Kesnoh?
The gun you make me hide in the pit latrine in your yard. The gun you try to make me use at Barbados. The police chief said to me, boy, this conversation is of no interest to you. Can't you see I am speaking to your boss? Move along, boy, and mind your business. When two major clash, little cockroach like me have to make way for foul.
York found the gun in your yard. Well, let's say my yard, because of you. York recognized you in my yard as Ishmael Dodo, habitual thief, part-time jailbird. You didn't know how to disappear, to get lost.
Kesnoh, big man, and they still calling him boy. What Kesnoh have to do for them to give him a handle or call him Mr. Dodo or something like that? After Sarge says something in the white police chief ears, he turned his gray eye on me. He don't remember he done chased me out of the yard. He said, boy, I'm looking for a double-barrel 12-gauge shotgun. Have you seen it? I feel a warm water run down my legs. I feel my pants. The man only here for 1 month, and you know you have a double-barrel 12-gauge shotgun. Even though you need a knife to take out the bullet from one of the barrels after you fire the gun, he's a goddamn.
When you were asked, you should have simply replied, I don't know.
Obey orders, speak the truth. You teach me. You said lies would only get me in jail. I didn't want to be back in here, boss.
Kesnoh, habitual liar, part-time jailbird. Why do you take things so literally? A little white lie never hurts, particularly if it's to protect me.
I know you. Once he search and find the gun, I know you jump up and say, it's me. You know nothing about it. So, I take in front. Not because I go school in August to think I'm stupid. It's not the first time you blame me for things I know nothing about.
We can still make amends. Somebody bound to listen to you. You are my last chance.
The Friday you send me on your land at Vermabuya, you tell me you want me to burn coals. You tell me to burn the coals close to the Barabara road leading to Lakai. Not that you tell me. Say I ask you for rope to tie the wood you have me cutting every Friday for 3 months that pile up like a mountain on the land, while you stand up behind it in the grass, looking up at the hill at Forestier. You keep sweeping the road with your spyglass and looking at your watch. You say, if I want rope, cut the telephone wire. You tell me telephone can't work in bush. You say you don't know why it's on your land it passing. You don't feel
The gun, Kesnoh. Explain the gun.
It's your gun, boss. What more you want me to tell you?
A double-barrel 12-gauge. A little heavy for the casual small bird, but not for Manikou.
You tell me when I'm hungry, I can use the gun to feed myself. Every time you sending me to the country, you making me carry the gun. Everybody from Monkey Hill to Forestier see me pass outside their window with the gun on my shoulder like I's a soldier.
That was a regular habit. The court said you had established a pattern. Do you know what that means?
I don't know. And right now, it's too late for me to know. Where you was all that time I walking up the hill?
Don't question me, boy.
I don't make money to buy guns.
Yes, the gun may have been mine, but you use it more often than me.
Who fired the gun? Weapon, sir. Say who he met. Is you name boss? Answer that. Is who fired the gun? Remember when it stick.
The jury has answered. We are here.
BAM! The man holding the tail of the horse fall down.
The hand that pulled the trigger uncoiled the rope. When this story is told to future generations, who would believe the word of a black, uneducated peasant over that of a well-known, respectable gentleman? A sign of his race, held in high esteem by his heirs. Oh, Kesnoh, the damage you have caused will be erased by history. I will be exonerated with a full pardon from the king himself.
These things you say are bigger than me. But one thing I know, I can't kill nobody. I don't even know how to turn a foul neck wrong side.
Who would believe I was implicated in this dastardly act? And for a few shillings, my friends? Hell no! I, Lord High and Mighty, Master of my lodge, purveyor of the ground provisions for His Majesty barracks, owner of the fastest racehorse on island, 12 nincompoops on the jury, all jealous of me, say I guilty. They came out of hiding to destroy me, and you, Kesnoh, help them.
Me? I look after the mules for the war office rubbish cart. That's my job. It's only a groom.
I own the mules, all 5 of them. Who pays you every week?
You, boss.
So what's your point? Where is your logic? Why are you trying to destroy me too?
It's you trying to destroy yourself, boss.
Think. Let me help you think.
No. The column on the horseback. Not you that take on his eye with a bullet. Mr. What's his name again?
Nicholas.
He said before his eye fly out, he see you. You do it for the money. The 3 bags with 346 pounds, 18 shillings and 6 pence. The bank cashier counted in front of him in the leasing office in Class 3s and placed it in the 3 bags. I heard from his mouth in the witness stand in court. I said to myself, poor Kesnoh, he could never make that kind of money, even if he worked day and night his whole life.
I keep pinching myself to make sure this whole thing is not a bad dream. Wake me up, Kesnoh, before I begin to believe it's true.
Make yourself believe what you want. From the time I know you, people tell me not to take you for granted. They say, when you ask me to run, I must sit. And when you say sit, I must run fast.
So you two have a grudge?
No, boss. I say things the way I see it.
May I remind you, I was never charged with murder.
And we in the same boat. The only difference I see is our clothes.
And our minds.
I can't see inside your head.
A master must learn never to argue with his slave. Oh, sorry, servant. Although it was I who insisted we speak before we go, I never considered the likelihood of an argument. Did I waste my last wish? Secretly, I hope no. But I said to myself, you will come around. Your conscience will yield. Good reason will prevail. But after listening to you, seems I was wrong. I'll call the warder. Let me go to hell in peace.
You're not wrong, boss. The moon that do you that. On the day you born, it turned wrong side. I see you want to be a good man, to do good things. I see that. I watch you, and those things that happen there, is not your fault.
I am not superstitious. I'm not even sure if I'm religious. I don't remember the last Sunday I went to church, although I was baptized Anglican. Maybe that's what makes me different. Maybe I'm bewitched. Who knows? But it will take more than you to convince me.
I always telling you to put a grain of salt in your pocket with your money. But you just laugh at me. You're beginning to see all the things I was telling you. It's true.
Stick to your beliefs and I will hold on to mine.
High words can save you now, boss. Not even the go-pitcher friends you're holding glass with. They on the veranda. In the stables. Don't think I don't see them. It's hee-haw. More jackass in there than they have in all pasture in Verna and Gomavin put together.
All this time I've been mistaking you for a fool. But you've been seen through the lies I believe to be the truth.
Lies? That's what you call them? It's too late to change their mind, boss. They know the truth. And they know what you want.
Look at what you're trying to destroy. Look well, Kesnoh. My friends call me Black Mallet. They compared me to a white gentleman. An officer in the British Army, Captain Mallet Parade. They knew I was fit in bearing the knowledge to measure to his high standards. That's why they nicknamed me after him. A black skin, yes, but the mind. Intellectually, I was his equal. I never let them forget. I pressed the point painfully every chance I got. Listen, Kesnoh, you're not listening to me. Look, watch. The palms of my hands. They are white.
Not you alone. Mine white too. But not for that I'm making myself mad. You ready to confess?
I confess to nothing. I feel like a cornered animal, lost in my own tracks. My bowels eager to purge its weight, but too frightened to budge. You mimic me, you and your kind. Where our hand-me-downs walk tight-footed in our shoes, which we reserve for Sunday visits to your God. You walk upright, cast eyes and lust over our women. I heard this is your one strength. They worship your prowess in the dark room. Is this not true, Kesnoh?
Boss, I thank God for the little life he gave me. When he's ready, he can take it back. I cannot stop him.
You have nothing, and yet you are happy. Tell me, just what makes you tick?
I alive by the grace of God. Amen. I die. Amen again.
I will never understand this thing called faith.
Kesnoh, live like a man. Kesnoh, die like a man.
You are dragging your boss down a hole with you. You are dragging me for a cesspit. But before I forget, I want you to understand. We may look alike to foreigners, but we are not the same. It doesn't matter if I fired the gun. It is your duty to say I did not. Nobody cares about you, about what you did, do or don't do. The whole damn show is about me. You will hang anyways. I am the one they want.
I know what I see. And it was only the two of us there.
You are not listening to me, Kesnoh. Another of your tricks. I say all of this to you, but it is useless because you choose to play dumb. But in spite of all of that, you know I can't hate you, Kesnoh. Perhaps it is because I see in you a hint of my past. A black grandmother looking behind some blinds watching. I said to myself, does he dream of greatness like me? Perhaps he sees himself as a boss someday. Ambition? Tell me, Kesnoh, have I squeezed your pulse?
Ask my father. Maybe he know. I don't know. I don't even know the color of his face.
Another of your strength. You are a champion in your own right. Blank face, olive skull, cutlass in hand. You set out to conquer the world. But I spent 10 years trapped in a school, learning to measure everything from cloth to road. I had to learn to write in a hand the world might understand. After all these years of penance, it's come down to this.
I's a big man too, boss. I do as I please. When I work for you, I's a boy. You make sure I don't forget. When I knock off, I's me.
Crude Kesnoh. Rough, unfinished, unsung. A memorial to mediocrity. Nevertheless, the bastard son of a bastard who only remembers today or perhaps his only last meal. Tell me, Kesnoh, do you remember what day was yesterday?
Yesterday?
When? Playing games with me again. Let's see. It's exactly 2:30 in the afternoon. Saturday, 20th December 1919. Do you remember that day?
That day where?
The sun is burning the grass track to the old Barbados dirt road to Lakai.
I turned my back in the latanier, peed on a leaf. You call me.
Kesnoh, come, look.
I fix myself and come. I see a man on a horse with 2 other men on foot walking in front of him. They had another man holding the tail of the horse behind. They was at the top of the hill coming from Forestier. They passed Ma Gopal's house. She was hanging a white sheet on the line. The wind was high. They stopped by the rum shop. They stopped by the standpipe outside Whitfield rum shop for a drink of water and talked to 2 women and a girl. One of the women gave the horse a drink from a calabash. Then they take off again. The 2 men in front each got a haversack. It was heavy. As they come round the road by the telephone post, they pick up speed, cause it's a little steep. I could see the veins in the neck strain with the load they are carrying. You shout under your voice. Get down, jackass! You want them to see you? Here, take the gun. Wait till they come closer. Me? Gun boss? Take the gun in the name of Job. Aim and don't miss. But it's only bird. I don't shoot. There is people passing there. People, hell, do what you have to do or else. It's the Barbados stick, boss. Here's the knife. You know what to do. Boss, shoot, damn fool, shoot. You're talking too loud. Too loud, my ass. Your job is to take orders, not give. I never kill a man before. Kill or be killed. It's you or me. There is always a first time. But boss, I'm not soldier. Hurry up, or else the next bullet you'll have will be your last. The two women see everything.
Except us. They never saw us.
They heard our shots and come running down the hill.
The evidence was not important except to contradict each other. Mr. Romeo said one of the girls was half drunk. She was never called.
The same way we see them, they see us.
The only thing they witnessed was the death of Mafre Avril.
They start to scream. But Jay, good God, help us when they see Mafre Avril lying on the side of the road, blood pouring out.
So what? Who cares? The statements never mentioned us.
They start to pray. La Vierge Marie Joseph, Secours, Mary, Virgin Mother, help us. Mafre Avril lifts his head and points to the water flask on the ground. Blood like a ravine pouring from his chest. It makes him thirsty.
It was left to Lucille Compton, the one who made the most sense in court, to administer the last rites. She cupped his head in her arms, raised the flask to his lips, and gave him his last drink, while the other one stood there, wringing her hands, looking around, shocked. She wiped the blood around his mouth with the hem of her skirt and placed his head on a cushion of grass. Mafre Avril took a long, deep breath and never moved again. A nondescript laborer returns to his maker. Sir bell, sir drums, sir ceremony. Without absolution, without a priest, without the sign of the cross.
When the other woman, Ma Thomas, see Mafre Avril lying on the ground, his eye wide open, she starts to bawl. She run up the hill faster than horse Boldon Barabara after Mr. Nicholas get hit in his eye.
As for these women, the end of the story. Another something to tell the grandchildren about. One with the blood of a dying man on her skirt, and the other an ordinary witness to a death. I should have killed you when I had the chance. My alibi was secure. I stumbled upon you in the act of a highway robbery. That's all I had to say. You wouldn't be here to confuse me.
I'm not afraid to die. I make my peace with the big boss upstairs already.
Kesnoh, ask the water to call them. Call, shout, try. I would be satisfied.
Because I born Mabuya and never go school. You think I stupid? I spent 2 fortnights and a day in jail for thieving Baja on the White Man estate when my belly cried Kokioko and I had nothing to eat. In there, I learned everything a man needs to learn how to live. After that, I ain't afraid nothing.
I'm not here to listen to your history.
My mother never had money to feed me. Far less to send me to Castry school to learn how to talk like you and your go-pitcher friends who always on your balcony. Their mouth swinging left to right like donkey tail whining pasture looking for wife. I never get to walk with my backside tight like fowl that don't want to lay egg. Don't think, Mr. Black Mallet, that because I don't learn to talk like you and your big shot friends that you should make the mistake and think I stupid. The 2 fortnights and a day I spent in jail for digging yam on the White Man estate teach me all I need to know. So you can start to give me some respect.
Do I hear the beginnings of a noble gesture? For one brief moment you commanded my respect. You are no half-assed misfit. Inside you is more man than you think. Why do you think I share my secrets with you?
12 men say I guilty. I must hang. don't have no power to stand for me. So I make my soul clean, like the tablecloth my mother borrowed when I make my first communion. I'm ready for anything that comes. You won't understand. You was never hungry. You never had to use breadfruit leaf for shoes when pitch hot. What you know? Only to fool for Kesnoh with your money. Get him to do things for you, things he didn't even want to do.
You envy me, is that it? Is this why you bluntly refuse to clear my name?
I have nothing to clear. I cannot untie a knot I did not tie. I'm not a big lodge man. I don't have power.
I don't know how to do Obia. Do you think what you are doing is right? It only takes one shout, one word, my man.
It's only when you want something, you know I's a man too.
Stumped by a peasant. That will make for a good laugh if I could find somebody to listen. They betrayed your Christ. Who am I to expect different treatment?
One thing, boss. You can be everything in the world you want to be. But you're not my God. Take your tea already.
No, I'm not hungry. You're serving me for old time's sake?
A boss will always be a boss, even in hell. Give me some coals and a coal pot, and I will make the tea for you. First thing I do when I wake up this morning was eat. I'm not going nowhere on an empty stomach. I don't know how far I have to walk, and I want to put on my best face when I reach. You know what time they serving breakfast upstairs?
You have tarnished my name on every record. You kill me alive. This crime is worse than what we hang for. I could have made you a man. Not like me. Not identical. But a man nevertheless. I still have power. I still have the power to uplift your manhood. To remove the 2 safety pins holding up your 1 pair of pants above your ass and dress in manager's khaki. It's not too late. I have connections. The chief warder is a brother.
I am ready to meet my God.
That's your only ambition?
My God? Yes.
Hope he can still grin when he come for you.
For us, boss!
I was not part of this. I was dragged into it.
It's not me that killed my friend. I will.
Wait a minute. Go back to old time's sake. Play everything over in your mind. The money, the women, the clothes. My house on Monkey Hill Road, all yours at my expense. I saved you from a lifetime of jail. I spared your mother the disgrace of a pauper's burial. I paid you well. I fed you. I clothed you. I fathered you. The least you could have said was, it was you who fired the gun. In fact, all you had to say, the boss was not there.
I make the money with my sweat for you to spend. But it does run through your fingers faster than rainwater across my face. One thing for you not to expect is me opening my eyes wide in hell for you.
My so-called friends in the jury believe you. Gerard, Alsey, Ferguson, G. Rhodey, Harris, and Palmer. They couldn't look me in the eye when they came from Panama. So much for brothers, because we were all brothers once. So much for wood, chivalry, signs. It was like Gethsemane all over again.
Brothers? Yes! Until you kill my friend Avril, you have to answer for that. Talk loud. I want to hear you.
Mafre Avril, another non-entity, another waste of time. His name like yours signifies his whole purpose in life. Perpetual laborer, habitual thief. Like one Ishmael Dodon, alias Kesnoh, before I discovered him.
I know I is nothing. You tired tell me that. I know I'm born poor. I never hung my head higher than where stick could reach. If you have nothing more to say, call the water. Go back to your cell.
Every man is born with a purpose. Some destined to command, some to lead, some serve, obey. Who are you going to blame for that?
Not God. He has nothing to do with
He has the power and the glory. Not so you keep telling me.
It's not me that make the world. I am not answering for you. But with all your power, they still have those more powerful than you.
That's true.
So you see, we all got our place.
I wrote the governor begging him to intercede. Still waiting for a reply. I begged you, but you wouldn't budge. I have no one else to turn to.
God, He not going nowhere. Turn to God. Ask Him.
That's a thought. Your catechism admits I was made in his own image and likeness. You notice in court how they paid their respects. And even in there, it was apparent. Mr. Salmon, the Crown Attorney, admitted openly he once considered me an associate. A man with whom he had a very cordial relationship. Who was always willing to oblige. The Chief Justice, Mr. De Freitas, the very man who signed our death certificates, addressed me in a calm voice. One gentleman to another. You are charged, John Benjamin Cleophas Edward alias Black Mallet, with aiding and abetting in the murder of Mafre Avril, a crime that, if you be found guilty, must pay the supreme penalty this court demands. How say you? Not guilty, your worship. I was equally calm when I replied. Then he addressed you. I could see the muscles in his face grew tense. His voice gruff. You are charged, Ishmael Dodon, alias Kesnoh, alias Van, alias James Joseph, with the murder of Mafre Avril. How say you?
Monsieur, c'est pas moi. It's not me you must ask. Ask my boss, Mr. Black Mallet.
Stop your nonsense, boy. How do you plead? Guilty or not guilty?
I don't know. Mr. Black Mallet will tell you.
Who? Silence, Kesnoh. Forever hold your peace.
The judge heard well what I say. He was trying to see if he could save you.
I will attempt to enter your understanding, Mr. Dodon. You are charged, Ishmael Dodon, alias Kesnoh, alias all the other aliases aforementioned, with the murder of one Mafre Avril. Are you guilty of this crime or are you not? You must answer one way or the next. How do you plead?
The boss knows more than me with the things you're asking me there.
I can't waste any more time here. Taking cognizance of the fact that you are charged with murder, I will enter a plea of not guilty on your behalf. Are you represented by counsel?
Nobody listening to me. What is a statue in church?
You do not appear conversant with the language of this court. In that case, I will request the services of an interpreter on your behalf. Do you have a lawyer?
Yes, I don't know his name.
Mr. Bryce, Mr. Lima Bryce, has entered an appearance on your behalf. And Mr. Romeo has entered an appearance on behalf of the other accused. Without any further delay, the Crown will present. Mr. Salmon, proceed.
Both of us equal now. You cannot separate the horse from the mule. Money get horse and lose its voice. You black. I black too. Is who man enough to walk outside the gate this morning with his head in the air? Nobody in here will have to carry me. I can tell you that now.
That's right, Kesnoh. You're a man. Speak your mind. You don't need my consent.
It's good to leave things the way they is. Change them and the taste change. For you, I is nothing. I go, leaving things the way they is. But I go like a man.
I honor you. And you've refused this honor.
Honor? The little piece of copper the governor has put on your friend's chest every king's birthday, that can't buy nothing but a passport to go to government house when they have a fete.
I have always been fair to you. Paid you well, paid you on time. I gave you 30 shillings for the job at Barbados. I told you to hide the money. Wait until the heat was over, but you don't listen. You had to go and buy a shop. You had to try and be me.
A whole month passed and nothing happened. You never tell me the money had marked.
They were brand new shillings. The only ones with the New Year stamp on them.
I don't know that. How am I going to know that shilling that come out before Christmas have New Year stamp on it already?
Ask and you'll be told. I can't remember everything, but I never lied to you. I told you, wait and do not spend the money. Wait until I tell you. But you hard-headed. You don't listen.
You give me 30 shillings and say, that's a lot of money. Hide it. I'm not going to hide money for another thief to find.
Have I ever tried to fool you?
Yes. Once.
When?
Our last night in court. Don't think I didn't see you try to escape. Not because I don't say nothing for you to think I didn't know. The jury was in the little room behind the judge's tall chair, trying to decide if we hung or don't hang. You tell the little policeman guarding us in the dock you want to pee. He take you outside, down the stairs and in the yard, where all your lord's friends in a car waiting, the engine beating, vroom, 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 vroom. Sergeant York done spot that already before they could knock out the little policeman and drag you inside the car. He's a lodgeman just like you. He know all the tricks. He tell you, pee right there on the step where you is. Things like that don't hide in jail, boss. You was going to leave me to be the only fly in the soup. I give you that. You smart.
My skin and yours are the same complexion. My hair, slightly grey, and makes waves just like yours. But it's up here we differ. A Royal Crown Reader education up to Standard 6 was all I needed to outwit the pack. Life began naked. A rag showed the color of sweat. A quilt drill pants with more calico patches than the original drill. Cardboard bottoms in replace of leather soles. I was a groom once. I started life in the stables, kissing the ass of the horses and shoveling horse shit, until they felt the weight of my intelligence and acknowledged my presence at tea. Soon came invitations to dinner after I had been waltzing the daughters in the guava bush. They couldn't hold me down. They admitted me a brother in the lodge and into the homes. This is achievement for you, boy.
Right now, they must be sitting up in the beds laughing. They don't remember you. They don't feel sorry for you. Remember, 12 of them sit on your head and not one of them tell you go. And I say, if they was your friends, as you see, you don't think they would vote for you to go?
Not without a testimony to profess my innocence. This was a moment for glory, but you didn't seize it. But here it comes again this morning. You will get your last chance.
I am ready, and I make my peace with God already. When you talk, I notice your lips and your hands trembling. Don't think I don't see.
Then die, Kesnoh. Let your soul fry in hell's heat.
And don't fool yourself, boss. I'm not going to hell.
He dreams of heaven.
No. Heaven made for white people only. For them priests and white saints that hung on the walls in church. They have another place. Not heaven, not hell. Where us black people go. In there, work never stops. It has mason, carpenter, shoemaker, servant, churchman, everybody. I remember when I was small, before I make my first communion, my mother used to send me to church every Sunday with her sister, Gomez, High Mass. I remember in a little dark corner by the baptistère, the font, they had a white saint under the arch holding a vat in his hand, a speck. His foot was on the left stomach of a big black man 2 times his size. The man on the ground begging for his life. Boss, to tell the truth, that black man face look just like you.
What's new? All black people resemble.
That black man face stay on my mind long after Sunday come and gone. Sunday to Sunday, after Sunday, I would look at him sideways and ask myself, what he do for him to find himself on the ground begging for his life. One Sunday, when I couldn't take it again, I asked my auntie who the black man is. She laughed. Child, you don't know Satan? I shocked. She reached with me by my mother, still laughing. I was small, but I still had questions. If God white and the devil black, what place they make for me after I die? After I make my first communion, I never go back to church. Maybe it's all those things that have me back in here. They're too big for my little brain to take in one dose. I make my peace with God. He understands me. From 6:30, I by him looking for work.
With your cutlass, hoe, and shovel.
I know my place.
Good. Because in this world, there is order. All things are ordained.
I only want people to know I is a man too. There must always be somebody in charge or else things would not get straight. I know that. I need my respect.
Once you know who is in charge, I boss, you servant.
One papa we have. And that one papa make all of us.
Bullshit. Propagandas of missionaries and priests. How could you and I come from the same mold? How could you think that even possible?
People getting things getting hot. People jumping from branch to branch, looking for water to cool it down.
I am a man of principle. True to my word. I will never change.
And God make us in his image and likeness. I hear you self say that when you drunk speaking to your friends.
That did not include you, nor my friend Avril in the equation. You no doubt observed the company I kept. I spoke amongst gentlemen.
And when you
Kesnoh?
Yes, boss!
Sometimes I think you forget who I am. Glad you remember. A servant must always be at his master's feet. So it has been, and so it must remain.
When you and I come face to face with the big chief upstairs, things will change. Don't hear? Who is boss? I give you that. I know my place.
Very correct. Because the thing about you is your presumptuous mind. You create problems for you and me where there should be no problems at all.
That I would not be here if what you say is true. You know it's not true. Two kind of people it have in this world. Gopicha and Malewe.
Okay.
Gopicha got everything. Malewe like me got nothing. We have to beg for what we want.
There is also color. Black and white, rich and white, black and poor.
In your mind, boss.
So why am I here then?
You don't have to be white to be rich. Look at you!
So why am I here? In this country, the black and poor go to jail. The rich and white pay their way out.
I'm not answering for you.
Bite the hand that feeds you, and you will find out it bites back hard.
Once you're on this side, you have to eat to live. Do what you have to do.
Exactly. What now, my dear fellow? We still have a chance.
To put your soul right with God? You fooled me once, boss. You're not fooling me twice.
Death comes quickly, I am told. You feel no pain. I never lost faith in you.
Go first. Come back and tell me.
The fool in triumph pretends he is meek.
One life I have. I didn't make myself. So, I will not throw it away. I have nothing. But I don't want more. I only want a grain of salt to pass under my tongue, like long time when breadfruit out of season. Not even that I'm begging for. Before they think Kesnoh afraid. I want to walk like a man. No blindfold, no tears.
Who the savage? Who the victim? Who the weak? After all we've seen together, you think I would betray you? What kind of man you think I am?
I make my peace with God. I'm not afraid. I do everything I have to do. I only remain to pay for my sins with my life. God do it for me so I can do it for him. I like a white sheet on the line in Mogopol yard, drying in the wind up in forest here, waiting to unpin myself and fly to my God. It's making brighter. Sun coming up. They're coming.
One word, Kesnoh. One final word is all.
Ask the big boss for pardon, not Kesnoh. He can do nothing for you.
Pardon, Kesnoh. He always wanted me to beg. Look, I am on my knees. Tell him to let me go. I didn't do anything. My only guilt is knowing you. Tell him that when they come. Don't you feel sorry for me, Kesnoh? You have the power to save me if you want.
Bless me, Father, because I sin.
I am the resurrection and the life, saith the Lord. Though he is dead, yet shall he live.
Ask him to set me free, Father. Beg him to speak the truth. Please, to set me free.
And whosoever liveth in me, whosoever liveth and believeth in me shall never die. I know that my Redeemer liveth, and shall stand at the last day upon this earth. And though worms may devour this body, in my flesh shall I see God, whom I shall see for myself, and mine eyes shall behold, and not another.
Kesnoh, do this for me. What do you want? My house, my land, my horse, another 30 shillings. I still have connections. I can make you a saint. I just have to telegraph the Archbishop in Trinidad, Saint Ishmael Dondon, martyred patrons of all but blessed. Give him absolution, but set me free. I know nothing about this crime. I wasn't even there.
Man that is born of woman haveth but a short time to live, and is full of despair and misery.
Kesnoh, be a man. Do this for me. I'll build a chapel for you on my estate. I'll bring fresh candles to light on your grave every week.
He that cometh up and is cut down like a flower, he fleeth as if it were a shadow, and never to continueth in one's own pain.
My good reverend, speak to him. Speak to him for me, please.
Let us pray. In the midst of life, we are in death. From whom may we seek to succor, but of thee, O Lord, for whom our sins are justly displeased. Yet God most holy, O God most mighty, deliver us not into the bitter pains of eternal death. Thou knowest, Lord, the secrets of our hearts. Shut not thy merciful ears to our prayers. O God most holy, O God most mighty, most merciful Savior, and most worthy Judge eternal, suffer us not at our last hours for any pains of death to fall from thee.
No! 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 No!